YouTube, what is up? This is Shane, the Rise and Grind Picker, and today we are going to have a little reseller car chat. I am just kind of on my way home. So we're going to talk about selling on multiple platforms outside of eBay. And I can tell you right now that, by the way, I stopped at CVS and I'm going to try these pumpkin spice cough drops. Freaking awesome. I don't even know. I bet these would sell good on Amazon. I mean, I'm just assuming, but I'm going to try one and see how they are. Because I actually have a cold and I'm sick and I don't feel good. And I've had a cold for like a week now and just starting to get over it, but it still sucks, right? I don't know if these are good or bad. Like, they're menthol, but they're pumpkin spice, but they kind of taste good. I don't know. I'll try it out, right? So anyways, I want to talk about selling outside of eBay. I think that's a pretty hot topic right now, especially with all the changes eBay's making. I myself personally will be selling on different platforms probably in the next month. I'll be selling on Etsy probably and Poshmark, both of those within the month. And I feel like that eBay, I still feel like that's like my number one app, right? And I do have a hands-free device, so, but I still feel like eBay is like, oh, now it's starting to taste kind of bad. I still feel like eBay is where I belong, but it's kind of scary, right? All these changes that eBay's making, and it's kind of it freaks you out, and I know it kind of freaks me out too. I really don't know what to say other than there's a lot of changes, and there's probably going to be a lot more changes, you know, in the future, in the near future. And you know, there's been the talk of eBay doing like what Amazon does and do like a fulfillment by eBay. And I think if that happens, it's not going to be good, folks. You hear about all these resellers on YouTube, and they preach and preach and preach, and I myself preach the same thing, is never compare your business to other people. Do you. You do you. I'll do me. And that's the thing that I think that eBay's lost track of. Hold on, I got a semi that's like, it's really windy, and there's a semi with a big combine on it, and it's like swerving everywhere. So anyways, for me, you hear all these people, I myself preach the same thing, and that's the thing, is eBay has lost track of their self. That's how I feel. I'm just personally throwing out my personal opinions. This necessarily isn't how everyone feels. I'm not a professional or an expert. Sorry, I'm by a semi and it's really loud. But this is how I personally feel, is that eBay has lost track of their self. And they've lost track of who they are. They've lost their identity. And, you know, in business, that's important, because we have to have clear minds, we have to be focused, we have to be positive. And right now, there's not a lot of positive changes going on. So, you know, I feel like it's always a good idea to post on other sites. I feel like there's a good idea to always have a backup plan. And even though I may not cross-post, I'm probably going to be, like I said, within the month, listing on Etsy and Poshmark. For me, it's really just figuring out a way to keep my eBay store up and running without hindering it and posting on the other sites, and still make what I make on eBay. That's the hard part for me, because I'm a solo team. There's no one else on this team but me right now, and I have to be mindful of that, right? So anyways, sorry to get off track, but everybody's kind of freaking out right now. I don't know if these cough drops are horrible or just disgusting or even good. I don't know. It's kind of like disgusting, but it's so disgusting you can't stop. But then, like, there's moments where it tastes good. I don't know. It's really weird. Pumpkin spice cough drops. I don't know if I would necessarily. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend these, but they're not bad. So, anyways, I don't know, folks. I mean, for me, it's really how you look at it. You got to look at the glass kind of half full, half empty, however you want to look at it. But eBay's still going to be around. I mean, I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. But they could make some changes that helps you or hurts you. You know, they could make. They're making a lot of changes, and they're making a lot of them very fast. And I feel like some of them are necessary, some of them are not necessary. But whether or not that's the case, we still have to struggle through and hustle, right? And I feel like that's kind of hard to do. So, like, for me, I have a full-time job, but that don't mean anything. I still depend on, you know, my reselling income because I do it almost full-time, so I have to get something out of it. I have to get something out of it because I'm dedicating so much time to it. And, you know, I probably dedicate over 40 hours a week, maybe probably close to 40, so that puts me at like an 80-hour work week, right? And I do that, I mean, for one reason. So think about it. Why do we do reselling? Why do we do reselling? Why do you do reselling? Why? You know, what do you want to get out of it? And so when I ask myself that question, for me, it's like, it's freedom, it's money, and it's a rush when you make that sale. So I feel like no matter what, I'm still going to be a reseller, even though eBay is going to do what they're doing. I don't really care. I'm going to go to other sites and still use eBay, but I think it's very important that we kind of you can cross list if you want. Like, I'm not a cross lister, but I think it's very important that we kind of don't put all of our eggs in one basket, right? Don't put your eggs in one basket. Spread the baskets out. Spread the eggs out. And what you want to do is, I mean, what I'm going to be doing is, all my eggs right now are in eBay. That's all I do. And I'm going to have to spread that out because, honestly, like, I just feel like eBay, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of potential, but then with the changes, it's kind of scary, right? So I got to spread my eggs out in multiple baskets. So that's all I'm going to do is Etsy and Poshmark are probably the two main ones I'm going to start listing on. And then I'm going to do Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark. And then I'm just going to try to manage all three of those and see how it goes. I'm not going to go out to any other ones. What I did, I was kind of preparing for eBay to make some big changes a while ago. I mean, I did open a Poshmark account, and without listing one thing, I have not listed one thing, just setting up my account, and I have almost 1,300 followers. So that's going to help me out and give me a little boost when I do start posting, because I'm going to have those followers and then already. So I do suggest that you, even if you don't think, and here is a good tip, even if you don't think that you're going to not, if you're going to go somewhere else and not use eBay, or do both, even if you don't think you are and you're just going to stick with eBay, that's fine. But always set up the accounts so that you have them. Because what if you get suspended on eBay indefinitely? What are you going to do then? Especially if reselling is your only income. What are you going to do? Are you going to, I don't know, just be broke? Like, you need to set up these accounts to protect you. It's all about protecting you. Protecting what you built. And so I feel like even if you don't think you're going to sell on Poshmark, you set an account up. And I've still been doing the sharing. I've still been doing the stuff that you normally should do, per se, with an account. But I haven't listed anything. So I've shared people's stuff and all this other stuff, but I haven't listed a dang thing. That's because I have the account on a backup in case something happens, or in case I want to start selling somewhere else besides eBay. That's the important part, is getting a backup plan. And for me, everything I do in life, I need a backup plan. Like for me, for extra income, I actually started driving for Uber. Like I started doing Uber like a couple days a week. So if you want to see, I don't know, an Uber video or something, like let me know, I guess. But I just started doing that a couple days a week for just some extra side money. Nothing super, I don't know, nothing like super duper. Like I made $100 in one night, which is, in 4.5 hours is pretty good, but I just do it for side income. Just in case. I always have a backup plan. No matter what, if you have a full-time job or whatever, always have a backup plan. So, those are my tips for today. And that's why I'm going to start cross-listing, or not cross-listing, I guess you should say I'm going to start listing on other sites. Basically, I'm going to set up a separate inventory. I'm going to set up like a separate inventory system for each site. So, and really, I don't even need to do that, to be honest. Like, I could mix it if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. So, I'm just going to set up a separate inventory system for each site, like a separate bin for each site, which eBay takes up a ton of room. But, depending if I, don't list very many things on Poshmark or Etsy, I could literally just have that separate inventory system for each site. And that's what I'm going to do. My goal is to have a separate inventory system for each site because it's more revenue, right? And I have so much source product that I can list stuff on each site. I just need the time. And so for me, I'm going to have to start managing my time better, because that's one area I lack in, is time management. I'll sit down the list and I'm looking up at Facebook for an hour and I don't even notice it. So, but anyway, this is the car chat. I just wanted to make a quick little video today, just kind of talking a little reselling, talking a little life, talking a little bit about everything really. So, and don't forget pumpkin spice cough drops. They are pretty good, but not the best. It's kind of weird. You should try them. I don't know. Maybe you'll get a kick out of them. See you next time. Bye-bye.